Jesus said something really powerful, something we all need to listen to carefully. He told us in Matthew 7, verses 16 and 17, "By their fruit you will recognize them. Every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit." Now think about that for a moment. It's so simple, eh? What comes out of us, what we do, that's our fruit. It's like looking at an apple tree. You expect to see apples, not a bunch of prickly thorns. Jesus was making it plain for us so we could understand people better and not be fooled by just words or outward appearances. He wanted us to have discernment. So when we talk about this fruit, what are we really discussing here? It's not about the naartjies or mangoes you buy from the Woolies. No, this spiritual fruit is all about the kind of person you are deep down inside, in your heart of hearts. It's about your character, your attitude, and the way you consistently treat other people around you. It's the living, breathing evidence of what's truly going on in your heart. If your heart is good and filled with God's goodness, then good things will naturally flow from you, just like a healthy tree produces lovely fruit. It's a spiritual principle, just like gravity is a natural one, you see. Think about it in your own life, in your everyday experiences. You've met all sorts of people, haven't you? Some folks just seem to bring sunshine and a bit of joy wherever they go. They are kind, they are helpful, they listen, and you just feel good being around them, like a warm hug. That's their good fruit showing, clear as day for everyone to see. Then there are others, shame, who always seem to carry a dark cloud with them. They might complain a lot or be critical of everything, or sometimes just plain mean-spirited. That's also fruit, my friend, but it's the kind that leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. So this fruit Jesus talks about is the real, undeniable evidence of what's truly inside a person. It clearly shows what they believe deep down and what their genuine relationship with God is actually like. It's not just about saying all the right Christian words or making sure you're seen at church every single Sunday. Oh no, it's much, much deeper than that. It's about the consistent actions, the prevailing attitudes, and the overall impact a person has on those around them. This fruit gives us a true picture, a real honest look at their spiritual core, beyond any fancy words or impressive appearances they might try to put on. Now, let's talk about what this good fruit actually looks like. The Bible gives us a fantastic list in Galatians 5, verses 22 and 23. It says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control." Just listen to those words. Love that is patient and kind, not selfish. Joy that bubbles up from within, even when things are tough. Peace that calms your heart and the hearts of others. Forbearance, which is just a big word for patience, especially when people are being difficult. Kindness that reaches out. Goodness in your actions. Faithfulness to God and to people. Gentleness in your touch and your words. And self-control. Oh, we all need more of that. These qualities, this beautiful fruit of the Spirit, are not just fleeting emotions that come and go like the high-veld weather. They are not about having a good day and then a terrible one, no. This is about a consistent way of being, a pattern of behavior that shows what's truly cultivated in a person's heart. When someone is genuinely connected to God, these characteristics start to grow and become more evident in their life. It's a process, mind you, not an overnight miracle, but the growth should be visible over time. It's like a garden. You plant good seeds, you water them, and eventually you see beautiful flowers and delicious fruit. So how do we discern a person's true character by observing this fruit? Well, it's about watching their consistent actions and the impact they have on others over a period. Don't just look at one single event or listen to one impressive speech. Anyone can put on a good show for a short while, hey? But true fruit, whether good or bad, will consistently reveal itself in how they live day in and day out. How do they react under pressure? How do they treat people when they think no one important is watching? What is the general atmosphere around them? These are the things that tell the real story. Observing someone's impact on others is also incredibly key to discerning their fruit. Do they build people up, or do they tear them down with their words and actions? Do they bring healing and encouragement, or do they leave a trail of hurt feelings and division? Good fruit nourishes, it strengthens, it brings life. Think about the people you truly admire, the ones who make a positive difference. You'll find that their lives are marked by this kind of good fruit. They are a blessing to be around, and their influence is positive and uplifting, making the world a little bit brighter for everyone they encounter. Just as there's good fruit, there's also bad fruit. And Jesus warned us about this very clearly. He said a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. So what does this bad fruit look like in a person's life? Well, think about things like deception, saying one thing but doing another, or deliberately misleading people. Think about arrogance, that puffed up pride that makes someone think they are better than everyone else. Hypocrisy is another big one, pretending to be righteous and holy on the outside, while the heart is full of wrong motives. These are clear signs that something isn't right on the inside, like a rotten core in an apple. This bad fruit, these negative character traits, will always manifest in a person's behavior and their speech. You might see consistent patterns of dishonesty, manipulation, or a critical and judgmental spirit. Their words might be harsh, cutting, or full of gossip and negativity. They might be quick to anger, unwilling to forgive, or always stirring up trouble and strife amongst people. These are not just isolated incidents or bad days. These are consistent patterns that reveal a heart that is not aligned with God's ways. It's like a tree producing sour, inedible fruit. You know something is wrong with the tree itself, deep down at the roots. The implications of this bad fruit are serious, my friends. It harms relationships, creating distrust and pain. It can lead people astray, especially if the person producing bad fruit is in a position of influence. Ultimately, it reveals a disconnection from God, because these are not the characteristics that come from a heart that is submitted to Him. When you see this kind of fruit consistently in someone's life, it's a warning sign. It's telling you that their spiritual foundation is shaky, or perhaps not even there at all. We need to be wise and discerning, not easily fooled by smooth talk or a charming personality that hides a rotten core. It's really a stark contrast, isn't it? Good fruit brings life, joy, and peace. Bad fruit brings discouragement, division, and heartache. The good news is that we have a choice in what kind of fruit we cultivate in our own lives. It all starts with our hearts. If we allow God to work in us, to prune away the bad stuff and nurture the good, then we will begin to produce more of His wonderful fruit. But if we neglect our spiritual lives, if we feed on negativity and allow wrong attitudes to take root, then, unfortunately, bad fruit will be the inevitable result. We must choose wisely what we cultivate inside. It is so incredibly important to learn to look beyond just the outward appearances people present. In today's world, so many folks are experts at putting on a show, presenting a carefully crafted image to the world. They might have all the right words, dress the right way, and even seem very charming or spiritual on the surface. But Jesus is teaching about knowing them by their fruit cuts right through all of that. He's telling us that the external polish doesn't mean a thing if the fruit, the actual substance of their character and actions, is rotten or non-existent. We must be more discerning than to be swayed by a mere facade. People can put on a fantastic show for a while, can't they? They can say all the things they think you want to hear. They might be incredibly charismatic and persuasive, but eventually, if you watch long enough and look closely enough, their true fruit will begin to reveal itself. Consistent patterns of behavior, the way they treat those they don't need to impress, their reactions in times of stress or adversity, these are the things that tell the true story. It's like a tree that looks healthy from a distance, but when you get up close, you see the fruit is diseased or worm-eaten. Appearances can be, and often are, very deceiving. Therefore, we need to cultivate patience and practice careful observation when it comes to understanding someone's true nature. Don't be too quick to judge, either positively or negatively, based on first impressions or superficial traits. Give it time. Watch how they live, not just what they say. See how their actions align with their professed beliefs. Look for consistency. Is their love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control evident in their life on a regular basis? Or do you see patterns of selfishness, anger, deceit, or pride? The truth usually comes out if we're willing to wait and watch. Ultimately, the message is clear. Genuine character, the kind that pleases God, will always produce good fruit. It's not about achieving perfection, because none of us are perfect, shame, but it is about a heart that is genuinely seeking God and allowing His Spirit to transform us from the inside out. When we focus on cultivating that inner relationship with God, good fruit will naturally follow. And when we learn to look for that authentic fruit in others, rather than being dazzled by outward appearances, we protect ourselves from deception and build relationships on a much more solid and truthful foundation. That's how we truly know if someone is the real deal.